A beautiful morning. So I'm back on trail took this deer yesterday in Daleville. I think I'm at the quarter-mile mark, or really close, like 733 miles, something like that, in Troutville. I don't know if there's a sign up here or not, but I think that's not the quarter-mile mark, the third of the way. Which doesn't mean a whole lot to me. It's just another day going to work. My job is to walk in the woods and smile. So a lot of miles left. A lot of adventure. A lot of being in the moment. A lot of lessons to be learned. A lot of people to meet. A lot of smiles to have. A lot of pain. Look at that, it's gorgeous. I'm kind of by myself. A couple people I've been hiking with. Pathfinding McFish Flop stepped out about 3 a.m. The two Papa Smurfs left earlier today. Me and my friend Thrive had to hit the post office at 9, so we had to wait till 9 to post office open. And so I bought a 1 terabyte phone to come out here and record with, and I just use it for nothing but videos, and I've used a terabyte already. So rather than delete videos, I went to Walmart yesterday here in Daleville. I've been consumed with trying to catch up on editing stuff and figure out this recording problem because I don't want to delete any footage. And so I went and got a couple discs to download the stuff to, and they weren't compatible. And I spent $100 on trying to get clear up some space on my phone, and I didn't want to pay another shuttle to go back to Walmart and return it, so I mailed it home to my daughter and have her return it, which doesn't solve my problem of freeing up space on my phone. So I spent hours yesterday, like, not only trying to catch up on videos, which I'm still behind a couple of days, I got to edit, but so I just use iMovie for editor right now, and then I have to download it from iMovie. So I went through and deleted all the movies that I've already uploaded, and that freed up a little bit of space. Get me to I can solve this problem somehow. So, but there's a lot of footage that doesn't make the YouTube channel that is important to me. I want to keep. Sometimes it's conversations. Sometimes it's just photos of friends. I'm really kind of intentional about not just recording random people or putting them on there without their permission. So, you know I don't need it, but I try to be courteous of other people out here on the trail and not just record them without consent and put them on a channel. So anyway, yeah, vlogging is like another job out here. It's not just hiking, it's hiking and vlogging and recording and editing and worried about power but I enjoy doing it because I enjoy the interaction with the people that watch the videos and I like having them. I like putting music behind it sometimes and making shorts and a lot of fun for my grandkids to look at so I'm out here in the heat of the morning, getting a late start, but it's beautiful out. Oh, I have a really, really heavy pack because I bought some extra food for somebody, and because maybe 5 pounds of food. They didn't have like the resources, and then I didn't get to see them. So guess who's carrying that food to give out to people out here on trail? Whew. But I did at the post office when I sent home my card, those cards I bought that at Walmart. I sent my raincoat home. I had a Patagonia torn shell because I don't ever wear it. Probably weighs 15 ounces. It's too hot right now. I know I'll probably need a wind shell, or I'll just pick up a poncho somewhere, a cheap one. I don't wear it because it's so hot. It's got pit zips and everything, but you still sweat. So you're wet from the rain, or you're wet from sweat. I also sent home my brain, my pack, because I have a 58 liter pack, but I'm only using about 35 liters. So my icebreaker leggings, I just left behind. I've worn them twice. I would have hiker boxed them, but I'm in a hotel, so. And I bought some new like Walmart shorts because the other one smelled like, let's just say it stunk and we're dirty. So, and my Marina World t-shirt I was wearing, threw it out because it just rotted right off me. I went to pull it, was soaking wet the other day from rain and sweat. And I went to pull it down a little bit under my hip belt, and I put my thumbs right through it. So it's time to get a new t-shirt to hike in and for towning. So it's always making adjustments out here. All right, enough of me talking. So I'm about, I don't know, it's like 2:30, about 10 miles in today. Really easy, like, walk today. Not a lot of views, but leaving Daleville and Troutville. And, I think I'm at like mile 742 or something like that. I guess there's a stretch up here, and I don't know. I have to look when I get up to the shelter. Papa Smurf left about 7:30 this morning. I didn't get out here till about 10 because I had to go to the post office and with a friend and Thrive, and she had to mail a box ahead, and I had to mail a couple things home, and so, but I don't know what I'm saying. I got a message this morning from this guy, Rick. So the other day, climbing up to between McAfee Knob and Tinker Cliffs, there was a gentleman, 68-year-old gentleman named Rick. He's struggling to get uphill. He's out here section hiking. And he's hiked before, so he says, but he had a 90-liter pack on a section hike, and slap full, and he said he got it from REI, but he wasn't wearing it properly. It wasn't fitted. It was like wrapped around his waist, and I mean, not even around his waist. It was like hanging off his butt, and it wasn't pulled up, and and he was just struggling. And you know, I came up behind him and I said, hey man, are you okay? And you need some help? And he did. And I carried his pack up to Tinker Cliffs and with mine. And just a nice guy, man. And, you know, I guess what I'm telling you this for is like, he just sent me a message thanking me, but how the trail came together, at first he was very derogatory towards other hikers, and he's like, you're the first person that asked me if I was all right, and everybody else just passed me by, and I said, well, they probably didn't know you needed help, and you know, they were just wherever out here hiking their own hike. And well, he was a little derogatory towards it. And well, anyway, Thrive came up behind me, and she helped me help him get up the hill. And then Papa Smurf was already up the hill because he's a Papa Smurf, right? And he's a 140-pound Papa Smurf. But he come down and offered to help carry the pack up, but I had already gotten it up there. And so he took a break, pulled his chair out, sat in his chair. And he's a little bit heavy-set guy. And we sat there for a little while, and then we took a bunch of stuff out of his pack. We kind of gave him a little shakedown, and just so much, man. I took his puffy coat, his heavy old camp shoes, because he wanted to stay on the mountain. He had a hospital the next night at Beach Hill and Troutville. So I took his huge puffy coat, which probably weighed 2 pounds, and a bunch of his food out that he didn't need for one night out there. Gave him some snacks because he didn't have any snacks. He just had huge hiker meals. Some camp shoes, a bunch of other little things that he didn't need. And I put it in my pack, and told him we'll help him get down to that shelter. And then we were going to beat feet to Daleville, and I would drop his stuff off at the hospital to be there for him the next day. And he was appreciative of that, even though it was probably, I don't know, an extra 15 pounds in my pack, trying to get to Daleville late in the day. But we made it, man. So as we were going down towards the shelter, a couple of people had seen Bush, and hiker named Bush, and had seen me carrying his pack up, and you know, they hiked on down to the shelter, and what do? They come back up, and they meet us on the trail, and they said, we'll take his pack, and we'll get him down to the shelter. And I guess what I'm saying is, never judge a book by its cover, man. This guy was struggling, and people weren't thinking that, you know, he was struggling. They were just excited to get up and see the sights. But once everybody saw that this guy was in need, so many people came together, man, and helped him to get and have a good experience. And he sent me a message, and it was really heartfelt, and I'm appreciative of it. And I didn't do anything except for be there for somebody and encourage them. And you know, he needed to take a break every 20 yards or so, and that's fine. I still take a break every 20 yards or so sometimes. And lo and behold, the guy spent 10 years as a drug addict, and he was very open about it. And he's not completely sober, but you know, he's not the way he used to be. And he's from the county just north of me in Florida. So just a coincidence, was all lined up, and just a beautiful feeling, getting a text message from him saying how appreciative he was, and seeing the trail come together. And even after he had judged him for nobody stopping to see if he was all right, bit off a little more to chew with his pack size, and hopefully he enjoyed the last night and the next hike out. He didn't want to come off the mountain, but we took a good 20 pounds out of his pack and hopefully made it a little easier for him the next day. And when we got into Daleville, I got a shuttle over to Hydro gave us a shuttle ride over to Beach Hill Hostel, and I left the stuff for the next day. So don't judge a book by a cover. Those people didn't know he was in need. They just thought he was a man hiking uphill and taking his time. And once they knew he was in need, the kindness showed up. We didn't even have to ask. People just come back up the mountain to help him down, man. So I got about a mile and a half, maybe, to meet up with Papa Smurf. I haven't seen him since yesterday, and he's waiting on us at a shelter. And we might just call it an early day, even though we wanted to get more miles, because I guess there's like a 15-mile stretch with no water. So stay near the water source, camel up tonight, camel up in the morning, and trek on 15 miles tomorrow. So sorry about not being a whole lot of sights. Green Tunnel today.
that bush.
All right, so we stopped at Wilson Creek Shelter and saw a lot of people there. Creek and Critter and Caboose and Ketchup and Bush and Pizza Bastard. And of course, me, Papa Smurf, and Thrive. Me and Thrive been hiking together today mostly, and Papa Smurf was already there. So, but it's still early in the day, and it's a great day, man. So we cameled up, and we're gonna just push another 3 miles. I mean, it's still early, it's like 5 o'clock, so just too early to stop. I don't know how many miles we're in today, maybe 12. So we're gonna push up 3.5 miles up to, it's Taylor Mountain Overlook. They said there's a couple camp spots there, and it's right along the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I guess you can hike the AT tomorrow, or you can hike the Blue Ridge Parkway road walking, which is the old AT, I think. I don't know, I'm just reading far out. So a lot of people don't like road walking, some people do. They say the views are better on the road walk, but I'll try it for a little while. If I don't like it, I'll get back on the trail. But my daughter's name is Taylor, so it'd be kind of cool. We're gonna camp at Taylor Mountain Overlook. We love you, kid. And I miss those grandbabies. And you. So I'll send you some pictures tonight of Taylor Mountain Overlook. Nah. It's the Blue Ridge Parkway. Trail, Blue Ridge Parkway. Trail, Blue Ridge Parkway. And I guess that's the old Appalachian Trail before they built that road. So technically, you can yellow blaze the trail. Squirrel. And this is Taylor Mountain Overlook. This is the view. That's an even better view. After you, Caboose, if you don't mind, say hi.
Oh. Hello, how are you doing?